Why should marijuana become a legal substance in the United States? Many of the citizens today would agree with me that legalizing marijuana would have many beneficial outcomes. Marijuana should become a legal and recreational item. If the compulsion of marijuana were to be legalized, it would be a good choice because it would stop the criminals in the United States to be able to sell it. It would be allowed to be used for more medical purposes. The United States government could put a tax on the production and selling of any marijuana products and open a new market to be able to sell goods. Also, the production of the marijuana products will be controlled by the government, and legalizing marijuana could allow the justice system to focus on more important crimes. If the United States were to legalize marijuana, it would aid the prevention of criminals selling it. Preventing illegal selling of marijuana would likely slow many foreign crime organizations that would make most of their money off of marijuana, causing them to become sloppy and giving police an opening to stopping them. Stopping them would be a great feat for America, as it is not only marijuana that's being smuggled in, but other harder drugs by these criminal groups. In addition to stopping the selling of marijuana illegally, it would also stop the gang violence surrounding it. The legalization would allow people to get assistance from the police in case that needed to be handled by and try not to do things by themselves. While marijuana's legalization, it would stop illegal organizations from making profits from selling it illegally, having marijuana as a legal crop to grow, who are selling it illegally. And selling it illegally could also start working for the marijuana industry legally and helping it prosper. Having people who are experienced with the marijuana crop could allow it to be grown to yield the best results. With the legalization of marijuana, citizens will be able to use it for medical purposes, not only for recreational use. If marijuana were to be legal, the older population could use it without worrying about being proceeded. They will use it to ease their pain and other diseases that may be afflicting them. Scientists could research the effects more and create medicine that could be safe for people for all ages that have diseases that could be life-threatening. Some of these diseases are epilepsy, anxiety, seizures, migraines, and many more. The diseases that are found in children often reflect in some painful treatment, but if marijuana were legal, they could get some treatment or medicine that is less painful. If marijuana were to be legal, it could help to improve public health and less of a strain on the public health system. With marijuana being legal, the government will be able to put a tax on the selling and production of it. The tax revenue gained from this can be used to improve many other things, such as making improvements on the school system, road improvements, giving better pay to people who have public service jobs, and public projects. By considering the amount of money that is made by selling marijuana illegally, the amount that would be made in tax revenue will be enough to aid in many government and state issues that could be fixed by funding different projects. There will be other projects made from the plant that could also be taxed and distributed throughout the world, creating more of a market in the marijuana industry. Having the industry available would create a new item to export, those creating more exported goods. These exported goods can help give America a different way to make revenue for other countries. The production of marijuana will be controlled by companies that could be needed to pass regulated system in order to be able to be sold. With the regulation system on this crop, distributors and producers would have to make sure other chemicals, or substances were introduced to the crop as it grew, as there was a chance that it would harm the customer. Since today it is illegal, grown, and distributed, the customer had no idea what goes on in the steps of production that it takes. The distributors could use the other types of drugs to lace the marijuana with also. The lacing would make the marijuana more addictive and make the customer return to the same dealer because they are too addicted to whatever the distributor laced with the marijuana use. Having marijuana as a legal substance, it would create a new market for jobs in this industry that you would need to have workers that are experienced in the growing of this crop, or at least getting monitored by experienced workers. You would also need people to run any factories that are involved. People who have been put in jail for being involved in marijuana could be hired to control and produce it, as it will be difficult for them to get a job. There will also be a demand of people to run the distributors. Many items could be made for having marijuana illegal. Such items include oils, skincare products, beverages, chocolates, gummies, capsules, and doggy treats. Some of these products are used to give the customer a high, but just to help with pain relief or help with self-beauty. The oil has a low trace of THC, so it wouldn't give you a high, but it will give you other properties to help with pain, anxiety, nausea relief, and more. The skincare products use CBD, or anti-inflammatory properties, help with acne, pain, hydration, and for a joyful feeling. The doggy treats are safe for your dogs as they are more of a CBT treats. These treats help your dog with cancer, joint pain, epilepsy, anxiety. These treats have little to no THC, as too much THC is bad for dogs. If marijuana were to become legal, the police and courts will be able to focus on more important and humorous crimes. In today's justice system, people will go to court for a minor amount of marijuana that could be more time-sensitive cases. Officers could focus on people who seem like they're going to do more serious crimes rather than the person making their business using marijuana. When searching a person's vehicle, you could look for other items and substances. Making marijuana illegal will help the officers have one less thing to worry about looking for when they're out on patrol. It would help the court with having cases that are easier involved if they are looking for a consumer. With marijuana legal, it would help officers protect the citizens and reduce the amount of costs for courts, as there would be less people going for this minor crime. The legalization of marijuana would be a very beneficial thing to help in the United States. Having marijuana as a substance to be used as a recreational and medical would create many opportunities for America and its citizens. Legal marijuana would help prevent criminals from gaining money illegally from selling it. It would allow the country a new way to encounter tax revenue for things that need to be improved upon, and it would allow the law enforcement to focus on more important things like protecting citizens or serious crimes.